Everyone, Tony Dragon here, and I'm reacting today to Cammy vs. Sonya Death Battle. Thankfully this is going to be the last video of the morning for me because it's like 3:30 in the morning right now. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading recently, but that's only because not enough content was coming out. Then slowly, little by little, some stuff was coming out, and then a bunch of stuff came out. Not to say I'm going to react to all that stuff that came out because a lot of them are just like second trailers to movies or games I've already seen the first trailer to. And I tend to stay away from watching multiple trailers or TV spots because it's just too much nowadays. It's just like you're giving too much of the plot away. I don't want to know how many, all the characters. I don't want to know their dialogue. I don't want to know what they eat for breakfast in the morning for some. And I feel like, the trailers have just gotten just crazy with spoilers. And that's why I tend to just stick with one trailer. Unless it's like really hyped up, like someone saying like you have to watch it, it'll convince you to go see the movie or to play the game. Or it's like really trending because everyone hates it for some reason. Then at that point I'll watch it. But so far nothing that big has been coming out, and like nothing's like really trending like crazy on the internet. Like no recent movie trailers or game trailers except for Metal Gear Survive. That one was obvious. I couldn't escape that one. But yeah, Cammy vs. Sonya. I honestly don't have that much information about both of them. I find it kind of funny because I think last one was Meta versus Carolina, and people were so upset about that because they didn't know who they were. They just said like, oh, it's just a bunch of Halo C's and blah 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 blah. Like, look, I get it. I can understand why you're upset. This is not what you asked for. But it was Screw Attack's decision, or at least Death Battle's decision, to do that video to collaboration with Rooster Teeth. They went with it, and a lot of people were happy. A lot of people were happy about the Death Battle. And yeah, it did seem like a lot of the complaints was because they didn't care about the characters. They didn't know about the characters. I'm just like, well, that could be said about anyone really when it comes to Death Battle, because not everyone knows every single character is going to be put up on there. Like, I don't know anything about Cammy vs. Sonya, but I still watch Death Battles and I expect them to be great because Death Battle has proven they can take two characters and animate a pretty good fight. So yeah, I don't know anything about Cammy vs. Sonya, but I'm going to enjoy it anyway probably because, hey, it's Death Battle. They've done good work before. Why wouldn't I watch these videos? So yeah, like I said, I know Cammy. I know the designs anyway, and I know some more about Sonya than I do about Cammy, because I do play Mortal Kombat more than I did Street Fighter. Although the Street Fighter I did remember playing is mostly because I was playing as Ryu, or Akuma, or Ken, or Chun-Li, obviously. Other than those four, I don't really remember playing too much of Street Fighter. But Mortal Kombat I definitely played a lot more. Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, Raiden, Sonya. The recent Mortal Kombat was, I think it was at 9? I think it was 9. I think that was the most recent one. I haven't been keeping up with the new games, but I think Johnny Cage and Sonya had a daughter. So yeah. But I know Sonya's a cop. I know she married, or at least, dated Johnny Cage. They had a daughter. And in terms of like what martial arts she practices or what combat experience she has, I don't know. But I do know more about her than Cammy. But I'm guessing Cammy is also like a soldier because she dresses like one. At least she has a Green Beret, doesn't she? Is she part of the Green Berets? Part of the military? So, yeah. That's it. I don't have much else to say. So I'm going for Sonya right off the bat. I don't know if it'll change my mind later on after the analysis. because I might. But right now I'm going with Sonya because I just know more about her, and that's still very little. So let's see how that goes. That works out for me. All right, so starting the video in 3, 2, 1. So loud.
Mystical ninjas, evil sorcerers, gods. Tournaments these days seem to attract all sorts, don't they?
And yet there's always a few seemingly ordinary people brave enough, or stupid enough, to step into the ring.
Like Cammy White, Street Fighter's assassin turned British secret agent.
Oh, okay.
Sonya Blade, the Special Forces General of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
With an iron boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze...
Damn, Jesus, Cammy, calm down with those lies.
Who would win a death battle?
Someone's envious of Chun-Li.
For most of her life, Cammy White was a pawn of the evil Shadaloo crime syndicate run by the wannabe dictator M. Bison.
Alright.
About pawn, she was his top bodyguard, so basically a lot more important. Maybe more like one of those horsey pieces.
Huh?
Like a knight?
No, Wiz, the horse that moves like an L. Come on, learn your chess. You're supposed to be smart.
That's actually kind of scary, the horse face on her body.
But also the leader of his dolls, a group of brainwashed teenage girls trained to be ruthless, unstoppable assassins.
Whoa.
What happens if all their cycles sink?
Her leadership roles come not just from her...
I don't want to think about that. It's terrifying.
Because she just so happens to be a female clone of Bison himself.
How does that happen?
Huh?
It gets weirder. Aware his psycho power was deteriorating his current body, Bison planned to possess hers.
I have a lot of questions.
Cammy served Bison blindly until she met the mystical yogi Dulcim, who used his power to grant her something she never had: willpower and self-awareness.
Realizing that Bison is
Cool.
actually the bad guy, Cammy joined the Delta Red British Special Forces and the fight against Shadaloo.
With her training from both
Nice.
camps, Cammy is deadly up close with ruthless sweeping attacks, keeping her foes on the defensive.
She can rush like a drill with Spiral Arrow, a move so agile it passes under projectiles. Her hooligan approach flips through the air like some sort of deranged spider monkey to lay the smackdown in a ton of ways, like the fatal leg twister,
Yeah.
which is...
She's very flexible.
She also uses her cannon spike and cannon strike to control the flow of battle.
And like most cannons, Cammy's signature attacks have higher caliber versions.
Well, being a clone of Bison, she does have latent psycho power abilities, a dark energy fueled by evil and hatred.
Whew.
Sure, but I was talking about her EX and super moves.
Oh, of course, like the deadly cross stinger assault, or the Cammy quick combination,
Why is it called B? Okay, yeah.
with which she snaps her opponent's bones not once, not twice, but 3 times.
She's also an expert knife thrower, agile enough to dodge bullets, and for a 134-pound secret agent Barbie, is pretty damn strong. I mean, she could kick cars to death and stood up after falling out of an airplane.
She survived blows from the world-class boxer Balrog, a fighter so strong he once killed an elephant with a single punch.
Shit.
Elephants are known to frequently smash down trees with their skulls, which means they can withstand a force of over 10,000 pounds.
Holy
I
sh...
couldn't hit the face with a truck.
Okay.
Unfortunately, despite being a clone of one of the deadliest people on the planet, Cammy isn't a perfect warrior. Her control of psycho power in particular is extremely limited at best, usually only manifesting during times of extreme rage. And many of her moves can leave her vulnerable if misfired.
Still, I think twice before picking a street fight.
I feel like Sonya's really outclassed in terms of strength
Damn,
there.
What an ass!
Ah!
I know. Take your $5. Still worth it.
Told you you couldn't go the whole script without mentioning it.
Wiz, if I could die and come back, it would be as that leotard.
God, that feels so uncomfortable. How is that?
Tell me who you want me to kill.
For some reason I can imagine M. Bison, screaming in the
As a
background.
young girl,
Yes!
Sonya Blade idolized her Marine
Yes!
and enlisted to follow in his footsteps. By the age of 26, she was a member of a U.S. Special Forces unit in pursuit of the criminal Kano.
Which ended up being a lot more trouble than she expected when she found herself in a tournament fighting
51,
gods,
damn.
demons, and monsters, all while movie star Johnny Cage tried to get in her pants.
This was Mortal Kombat, a tournament decreed by elder gods where a realm, or alternate dimension, may challenge another realm for world-conquering rights. Sonya joined the defenders of Earthrealm to stop the evil Shao Kahn's world domination, and succeeded.
But most of them died, except for Sonya and Johnny, of course, who married and had a kid. Lucky Johnny, I'd love to settle down with a lady that has such an impressive resume and kicking ass.
Sonya has decades of combat experience that's prepared her for pretty much anything. She's fought cyborg ninjas. Her Kenpo and Taekwondo training emphasizes speed, agility, and defense. And she shows her
Cyborg ninja samurais.
in the air, grabbing foes with her legs and slamming them down in a backflip faster than the blink of an
Zombie
eye.
cyborgs.
Got Cali sticks, a wind blade, frag grenades, smoke grenades, stun grenades, and a garrote wire for silent kills. But my favorite is her high-tech bracelet, which lets her hover in the air and shoots lasers.
What the hell?
A remote drone, complete with a cutting beam, perfect camouflaging systems, machine guns, even RPGs.
I think I'm in love.
With what? The drone? Sonya?
Ronya.
There's some disturbing images in this one. What the hell, Boomstick?
Who has moves like Fire Kiss, Brush Kiss, Slice Kiss, Poison Kiss, or
What?
the Kiss of Death.
Yeah, plus she's strong enough to rip a guy in half with just her legs. And I don't know if I want to be in between them.
In the early 1800s, it was common practice to tie criminals between horses, which pulled them apart. Except even four horses playing tug of war don't often have the strength to rip people in half. Yet Sonya can do so with ease.
Impressive. Almost as impressive as karate chopping a steel anvil in half.
Oh,
It's as ridiculous as it looks. Assuming the anvil is made of common steel, it would take over 90,000 pounds per square inch of force to break. To compare, 1969 boxing champion Ernie Chambers delivered the strongest punch in boxing history at 1,600 psi. Meaning, Sonya's punch has over 56 times more power than the hardest hitting boxer ever known.
No wonder she was strong enough to take down Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Jax, and even Quan Chi, ruler of the Netherrealm, back to back.
Jesus.
Of course, throughout decades of military experience, she has made plenty of mistakes. Her short fuse has gotten herself and her troops in trouble more than once. And while her tech and weaponry lets her keep up with otherworldly warriors, a smart opponent can use her over-reliance on gadgets against her.
Still, there's something pretty special about a lady who can rip a guy in half without breaking a sweat.
We need a strategic plan of attack.
Alright, so now I'm conflicted. I don't know who's gonna win.
Let's end this debate once and
I guess I'm back to Sonya because I know more about her technically. I knew more about her before the battle began, so I'm gonna stick with Sonya. Let's go with Sonya. Yep.
Suspect in custody.
Oh, they're going with that design? Alright, whatever.
You amateur. What organization do you work for?
Let's call it enhanced training.
Get in my way and pay the price.
Spoiler alert, you lose. From my foot to your ass.
I like the banter already.
Spiral arrow. Ha!
Yeah, I guess Cammy would have the agility.
Yeah! 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 Ha!
Oh, is she gonna use the body? Oh, that's disgusting. Kind of disrespectful too. Sonya, you're brutal.
Here's a present for you.
I guess that is a point in her favor though. In death battle, brutality does kind of matter.
Get with the program, kiddo.
Sonya, are you magic? Black magic woman. Oh, here we go. Yeah. But how long will it last? Yeah, you just short-circuited it. Oh! Shock grenade. Oh! Oh man, Cammy was shot pretty bad.
Not as tough as you look.
Finish her.
Oh! Oh!
I've got this son of a bitch.
Damn!
Gotta be the hard way.
KO! Fatality!
Cammy might have had an edge in speed and agility, but
Yeah.
Sonya's far superior strength, arsenal, tactics, and experience overwhelmed her.
Sonya's fought opponents who have led armies and conquered worlds, and taken them on back to back. Sure, Cammy's done the same, just never against quite such an impressive lineup.
Sonya has about 10 years worth of military experience over Cammy, and it's not like she was pushing papers all that time. When she wasn't chasing down war criminals on her own, she was a long-time leader against multiple interdimensional invasions. Cammy did a lot with Delta Red, but nothing which stacks up to Sonya's resume.
And hey, Cammy's durability of an elephant is impressive. But you know what's tougher than that? Solid steel.
True, and while Cammy was adept at dodging projectiles, she couldn't keep it up against Sonya's large arsenal attacking from multiple angles at once.
Looks like Cammy's only half the woman Sonya is.
The winner is Sonya Blade.
Damn. Alright, who's next?
Next time on Death Battle.
So which one's your favorite? Mine's Fusion. No. Tracer. Yeah, Tracer.
Oh my god, they're gonna do it.
Have over there.
Hey guys, I'm Ben, I play Wiz.
Don't pretend. I know who it is.
Overwatch. What? Who's she gonna be fighting? You can find out by sticking to
I know who it is. It's Scout from Team Fortress 2. Of course it has to be.
Plus, get discounts on merch by becoming a first member. It's a great way to support the show. Just click the link in the description below and start a free trial.
And for now, you can watch our other show, Desk of Death Battle. We've got an episode out right now. It's all about Deadpool versus Thanos.
In the battlefield of love.
Thanks for watching, guys.
I don't want anything to do with those two in terms of romance. I'm good. Anyway, real quick, I know it's gonna be Scout from Team Fortress 2 because everyone's been going crazy. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Overwatch, Tracer versus Scout. Oh man. Yeah. People have just been obsessing over that so much that I'm getting tired of it. I get it. People want to compare both games, stuff like that. Anyway. Yeah, I kind of felt bad for Cammy. She just seemed like here's it. As much as I love a tough woman, I have to say Sonya's always been like overly aggressive, brutal. I mean, they even said she's very short-tempered to the point where just like I don't know how to deal with this woman. I mean, I'm attracted by her strength, obviously, but you know, woman, she's calm down. Jesus Christ, take a vacation. Cammy, on the other hand, was also skilled, but at the same time, I felt like she can be very caring, very sweet, and very innocent at the same time. Because once you take out the whole mind control from Bison and stuff like that, or at least the lack of will, she seemed to be able to, you know, come into her own personality, and it just felt very... it was still a growing personality, too, so... yeah, she did seem naive, at least the way she was portrayed here. I think it was mostly that scream at the end, like, no! I just like, ow, it hurt my heart to see her be torn in half like that by that bitch, Sonya! I mean, I'm glad I was right, Sonya won. But at the same time, it's like, Sonya, you bitch! She was crying out for help! Poor Cammy. I like Cammy now. I'm gonna go learn more about Cammy. Her story just felt like very tragic and really made me want to root for her. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting not rooting for her, but you know, I would have lost that. I would have lost that guess. You know, Sonya did win. But it was a good one. I mean, not a fan of the original design for Sonya from the original Mortal Kombat. I was kind of hoping like maybe 3D. Because I do like Sonya's design, at least in the newer games. Like I said, Cammy's design, well, yeah, I can see people liking it because ass, yay! I have to look at that leotard and think it's just like, isn't that uncomfortable? Like, every time you move, it just kind of just rides up. It's like, ow! I look at that and just like, I feel like I gotta move my boxers. It's like everything's riding up on me now. My shirt's riding up on me somehow. It's just, ow! But yeah, I mean, they went with the sprites, which is fair. I don't mind. The animation, was also fine. The choreography was pretty good. Everything was pretty fine. Not much else to say. I mean, the gadgets gave her a clear advantage. She was obviously stronger, more durable. She had more experience. Cammy just mostly had speed and agility on her side. And also, obviously, her powers, too, but they didn't really last long. So, in the end, they only really helped her push Sonya into a corner, forcing her to, become even more brutal on the battlefield. Yeah. What else? I think that's about it that I can say about the fight itself. In terms of analysis, that's something that I can probably go into for hours. I'm not doing that. In terms of the next battle, yeah, like I said, it has to be Scout from Team Fortress 2. I can't imagine them doing anything else because everyone's been all over the internet, whether it be 1 minute melee or the death battle or just any general versus series. Everyone's just saying, Team Fortress 2, Scout versus Overwatch's Tracer. Because ever since Overwatch came out, people are just going crazy. Just like, it's like Team Fortress 2 but better. And of course, Team Fortress 2 just like, please, you're just crazy about the lady butts. And just like, let's be fair here. Team Fortress 2 fans, many of you are defending it because of you just wanting to defend it. And Overwatch fans, you just like Overwatch because of the lady butt. Let's just face it. Some of you do. Don't pretend like you're all holier than thou. Like, no, we really legitimately like the gameplay. No group all 100% agree on why they like a certain thing. No one does. Some people will like it for gameplay, obviously. But some people will also like it just for the lady butt. I'll admit, the reason I was attracted to Overwatch in the first place, lady butt. Woo, lady butt. But yeah, I think the only other suggestion that's gotten as much traffic as this one would be One Punch Man versus Superman, which 2 other series have already done that. Mighty Raccoon, 1 minute melee, so yeah, I wouldn't put it past that battle to do it, but at the same time, they have a pretty bad experience with Superman in Death Battle, so I would understand if they say just like, no, we're not doing that, or at least not anytime soon. So yeah, I don't blame them for if they did that, but I also wouldn't blame them if they did it anyway, because people are just constantly bothering them to do it. But yeah, so I guess Tracer versus Scout next time. It's gotta be. There's no other explanation. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah. Alright, so next time will be Tracer versus Scout. So, join me for that. Until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.